to Pretty Girl Stock. My name is Jasmine Bellamy.
And today I have some very exciting news. Next week, we will have the biggest earnings season of the year. Most likely, this one will be one for the records. So let's take a look here at what's coming up. We have UPS, Chegg, Etsy, Penn, Shop, Amazon, Facebook. So many big names are coming out this week for earnings. Also, Moderna. We are bound to make some great money this week. So I'm very excited about this. The reason I'm coming to you with this video is because this is how I've made most of my money in the stock market is during earnings week. So if you don't know what earnings call is, that's the week when you have to report your earnings as a company. The company breaks down facts for the shareholders, and they pretty much go over everything from financials to what they see in the future to anything that set them back. They cover things so that we as investors know what's going on. So let's create our watch list right now. If you're not invested in these companies, add these to your watch list. Get your pen out, get your tablet out, phone out, computer, whatever you got to do. Put these on your watch list right now. So the companies you want to look out for are Pfizer, 3M, especially Moderna, Spotify, Overstock. These are companies that I feel are growing. I will get into the technicals later on these companies, but you definitely want to keep an eye on these. Alphabet, Amazon, Facebook, Shopify, Twitter. Add these to your watch list. So let's just take a look here. We can go to Earnings Whispers on Twitter. And let's double click on this. Okay, so we can see here that these are the companies that are most anticipated. Their logo is large so that it's easily recognizable. And I want you to look very closely. Look at the before open and after close. So before open means that this company will report on this day before the market opens. Do not look for them to report after the market closes. To the right, you'll see after close. That means they are going to report after 4 o'clock. This is very important to pay attention to because if you hold on to your stock shares after earnings, you take a gamble. So for me, it's been pretty much 50-50. So what we can do to ensure that we don't lose any money, you can set a trailing stop loss on your stocks. The trailing stop loss will be set at whatever you put it at. You can put the percentage that you want. And once it reaches that drop to that percentage, the broker will automatically release you from the stock. So you will be pulled out with whatever profit that you have. So let's take a look here. We have some very big names coming out this week. Amazon, Facebook, Moderna, Overstock, Visa. These are all companies that may possibly make us some profits. eBay. You have to do your due diligence and you also have to have a plan. Are these companies that you want to stick with for the long run? I see some companies on this list that I would like to add to my long-term portfolio. And I think that you should too, but make sure you do your due diligence. Really check these companies out very good before you decide to hold them for the long term. So let's take a look here. There's Fever. Fever is definitely a growing company, especially with the stay-home work environment. A lot of companies are hiring people from Fever to get their work done and help them move along. UPS, that has been a very popular one. Online sales are really booming this year compared to brick and mortar, and a lot of people are still using UPS. Amazon, even though we look at Amazon and see that the price may be really high right now, Amazon still has a lot of room to grow. They have a lot of growth potential. Those have been very popular due to the pandemic. Let's take a quick look at some of these stocks. So we see that Amazon has had a $263 increase in the last 3 months. Let's also look at UPS. Let's look over the last 3 months. UPS has had a $53.74 increase, which is really good. That's up 45%. Let's look at Moderna. Okay, Moderna had a little drop, and that's probably due to some competition. That does not mean that they won't make earnings or that you won't make earnings from them just off of the earnings hype. So some companies that are anticipated to make earnings will surprise us, and we may not be able to see it, but they do make earnings with the surprise earnings. So I would still put them on my watch list. That doesn't necessarily mean that it's a buy at this point. And let's see here. Let's look at Overstock. Okay, the last 3 months, Overstock had a 42.57% increase. That's an increase of $21. Let's look at Etsy. Was a huge winner last quarter, so I'm expecting for them to do really good this time. My opinion is that they may not do as well as they did last time because we were on a total lockdown before. This time people have been able to go out. People have caught on to have masks, make a lot of money, and there's a lot of stores, and mostly everybody is selling masks right now. So they may have lost a little bit of money on the mask sales, in my opinion. Their company got a lot of recognition this year, and you never know what deals they may have encountered. They may have some new opportunities for advertising and things like that. So they might really be the winner this time again. I would definitely put them on my watch list, and I would definitely add them to my portfolio for the long term. They seem to really be doing well. Okay, let's take a look at another one. Okay, let's look at Pinterest. Pinterest, wow. They're definitely on an uptrend right now. Over the last 3 months, oh my goodness, they made 124%. That's great. They had an increase of $29.76. And we can see here, just looking at this Robinhood chart, we can see that they are definitely on the uptrend. Okay, so let's take a look at the next step. If I find a stock that I'm interested in, that I want to go into earnings with or do an earnings play on, I will go to tradingview.com and I'll type in the ticker in here. Let's type in pins. Okay, wow. So we can just right off the top see a very big growth in the company's pins. I will go to the full feature chart. Okay, let's look at the candles here. So people are definitely expecting pins to make an earnings, or at least to make a profit off of the hype of the earnings call. So we can see there's some very large candles here, and that's what you want to look for. Yeah, there's definitely a lot of growth here. Let's go to the last 3 months. Okay, so yeah, this chart is looking very awesome. It's looking really good. Let's go to FinViz and let's see. Looking here at the chart on FinViz, we can see that the support line is right under $35, but we also see an uptrend that is showing that it could go to $50 or higher. So that $53 mark is just a little bit above over the potential of the stock. We may see a little pullback in the future, but I believe that pins is a very good stock to have for the long term, and we possibly could make a little bit of more money on it between now and earnings call. So I wouldn't be surprised if that stock could shoot up to over $60, maybe even $70. So I would definitely add this to my watch list. And if you would like the chance to get free stock, click my links below. If you click on Robinhood, you'll get 1 free stock, and with the Weibo link, you'll get 2 free stocks.
And if you haven't already, please hit the like button, share, subscribe. This channel has been created to help new investors learn how to research, learn the stock market, and stay on top of the latest news. Thanks for watching.